Yo, what's up guys, it's Offbeat here and welcome to Behind the Bars. If you have followed me for a little while, then you will be familiar with Behind the Bars. If you're new, however, Behind the Bars is basically like a behind the scenes of the lyrics of the song. So I'm gonna go into the sort of thought process and everything behind it and explain where it came from basically. So at its heart, The Hipsters Are Coming is a song about gentrification. So it's about low income areas getting moved into and taken over and then becoming too expensive for the local inhabitants to actually live in. Now that's something I've actually seen firsthand quite a bit, especially living in Bristol, the city that I live in. And I remember when I first moved here to go to university, we actually had a policeman come and visit us and tell us never to go to this area called Easton because it was so dangerous that if we went, we'd almost certainly be killed. And about 10 years later, I was living there. It completely changed, and I remember going to the corner shop one day and browsing and seeing that there was this shelf with like chickpeas and gluten-free pasta and tahini as well, which is actually a lyric in the song. And I remember just looking at it and just thinking to myself how much it had all changed. So gentrification is a real issue. It's something that gets talked about a lot in Bristol, but this song isn't a political song. It'd be very easy to jump on that bandwagon and say that it was kind of retrospectively, but it'd be wrong to do that because it's not. Basically, I wrote this song to kind of highlight that issue, but mainly just for a bit of fun and to take the piss out of hipsters and all of their ridiculous traditions. I'm also under no illusion that I'm a bit of a hypocrite myself, or a hipstercrit if you will, and that I actually am guilty of a lot of the things that I take the piss out of in this song. So I mean, I'm a graphic designer, I make electro swing music, and I've got a beard, so I can't really take myself too seriously on this song. So apart from the real life experiences that I've mentioned already, there's quite a lot of other influences that have gone into the kind of melting pot to create this tune. So probably the most obvious one is zombie movies, and I had a really strong image in my head of this kind of survivor character like telling this story. And so yeah, it's sort of based on like zombie movies and alien invasion movies, and I wanted to give it like a kind of B-movie feel, so kind of like quite old school and quite cheesy. And that's why there's also randomly like a gruff old American character in the intro and outro, because that's something that's always in these movies. You always get that kind of character in it.
You're going to Camp Blood, ain't you?
God damn it, Ralph, get out of here. Go on, get. Leave people alone.
You'll never come back again.
Oh, shut up, Ralph.
It's got a death curse.
It is also inspired by films like Shaun of the Dead and The World's End, I think it's called, all of the sort of Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright movies. Not just because it's a parody about zombies, but just because that's the kind of British comedy that I'm into. So that style of humour hopefully comes across in the tune as well, and that's something else that I'm really inspired by. So my favourite lyric of this song is with exposed brickwork and mismatched chairs and stuff with big fat beards and slick back hair. And the reason that I like that one particularly is just the wordplay really and the flow. So you got like the multi-syllable rhymes of mismatched and big fat and slicked back. Yeah, that's it. So I just really love how that one sounds. And I also really love the be like us. Be like us bit, just because I've never done anything like that before and it was really fun to do. I'm not really sure where it came from, but it just felt right, and when I put it in the tune it just kind of worked, so I ran with it. So that's it for this episode of Behind the Bars. I hope I answered all the questions that you might have had about the tune. If I didn't, leave them in the comments below and I'll make sure that I get back to them. And I'm going to be doing Behind the Bars for every track on the album. So if you've got any about any upcoming tunes, make sure you email me at info@iamoffbeat.com and I'll do my best to include them in the upcoming videos. So if you haven't already, do make sure you grab a copy of the album from my website, offbeatmerchstore.com. You can get it as a digital download or physical copies, which I can sign as well. And yeah, keep your eyes peeled for the next music video for First Love, which is coming soon, and I'll catch you guys then. Thanks for watching. Peace!